Hello and welcome to this Flame Guitars video. My name is David Kennett and you join me today in my South London workshop. On the bench today I have a USA made Telecaster. Now the problem with this Telecaster is it suffered real damage to the truss rod nut, such that when I insert the Allen key it just spins round. So I can't adjust this neck at all and set up the guitar properly. So, what can be done? Well, let me bring you in a bit closer and we'll have a look at the truss rod nut and the area around the truss rod nut in a bit more detail. So as you can clearly see now, this is the walnut plug that goes through into the truss rod channel. And you see that the top part of that has just broken off, as has part of the rosewood fingerboard just there. Now my guess is, well, there's possibly sort of two reasons why this has happened. The truss rod nut sits about there, so it's quite hard to see it and make sure you've got the right size Allen key you're using. It should be used with a 1/8 Allen key, and you can see that this Allen key is just sort of spinning in the truss rod nut. And then maybe that someone's gone in with a metric rather than imperial size Allen key, and in doing so they've just rounded over the internal part of the truss rod nut. As for this damage around here, my guess is that someone has just tried to get sort of purchase on the nut and pulled the Allen key up like that to try and get it to bite, get the Allen key to bite into the internal portion of the nut. And in doing so, it's just broken off the top part of the plug and rosewood fingerboard. I think it may also be that they've gone in with the right size Allen key, but this nut is so stuck that in doing so they've just rounded off the internal part of the truss rod nut. So what's to be done to fix this guitar? Well, this nut obviously needs to come out, the damaged truss rod nut. But before I can do that, this walnut plug needs to come out. And the way I would do this is to use this Stuart McDonald gripper rod. These for Stuart McDonald in USA. And these wrenches have a tapered end to the wrench, and they just bind against damaged truss rod nuts. And as I then extract the nut then pushes against the plug and pushes the plug out. At least that's a theory. But I think this nut is so firmly fixed in place that may not be quite as easy as I would hope. However, let's have a go and see how we get on. What I'm doing now is just drilling a few holes in the plug. And I'm just trying to go through just into the maple below, just no further than that. And I'm going to drop some water into these holes and then use a soldering iron, just heat up this whole area. And so what I'm hoping is that this water that's in here will turn to steam and just help to soften the glue and make it just much easier to extract the plug. Before I try and extract the plug, what I'm doing now is just scoring a line along the point where the plug meets the maple neck, just so that if the plug suddenly sort of pops out when it's been extracted, it may just sort of pull off sort of chunks of lacquer in these areas where the lacquer sort of goes over, both parts of the neck here, and in doing so that may just sort of just flake off some lacquer in these areas. So if I can just sort of separate the lacquer between these two parts, then hopefully there should be sort of minimal chipping of the lacquer as the plug is extracted. So I'm just heating up the plug now, and as I just gently touch the plug, just hear the water turning to steam. I'm not worried about scorching the plug because I'm going to make a new plug anyway. Okay, I can feel that's nice and warm, that plug. So let's now go in with the gripper rod and see if we can turn the truss rod nut and push it against this plug. Well, the gripper rod is binding in the nut, but as I thought, this nut is absolutely stuck fast. Right, method one is not going to work. So this is plan B. So I've actually just had to extract the walnut plug myself just by using a chisel. And actually heated it up, and it just sort of softened it, and actually came out reasonably well, a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So I can feel that gripping. Yes, as I thought, this nut is completely stuck. Well, over the years I've probably adjusted thousands of nuts, but this is the most stuck nut that I've ever come across. Right, I'll need to have a think now about what I do next, because that is not shifting. Let's have a think before I go any further. So, no joy so far. You know, what should have been a relatively straightforward procedure of extracting this nut has turned out to be a lot harder than I thought it's going to be. In 35 years of adjusting truss rod nuts, I've never come across one that is so fixed in place as this one. Looking down through the channel, what I can see is that the wood around the nut is just clamping the nut in place. How this has happened, maybe the guitar has always been like this. This guitar is about sort of 25 or so years old. You know, maybe the wood around it has just expanded a bit and clamped the nut in place. What I have done, well, you can see I've taken the neck off, but I've also just with a very fine drill bit just drilled around the nut inside the channel, just to try and remove some of the wood that's holding this, clamping this nut in place. But again, going back in with the gripper rod, that makes no difference at all. Still hold completely fast. So, what's next? Well, I hate to be beaten by these things. I always think there's, you know, with a bit of thought, that there's something else I can do to overcome these problems. So I have one other option, which is to use one of these, which is a screw extractor, and these turn anti-clockwise and lock in place. So I'll show you that in a bit more detail, and hopefully this is going to work. The first screw extractor I used wasn't biting on the internal part of the nut, so this is the second one I'm now using. Nothing about this job has turned out to be straightforward, and so I've had to modify this extractor because of the depth of the hole in the nut. I've had to modify this extractor so that it will bite, and it is doing that now. So I'm now ready to have a go with this and see if I can take the nut out. There is one other issue which I haven't mentioned, which I am concerned about, is this is stuck so fast. I am concerned that if I use sort of too much force in this, you know, what's going to give first? Is the nut going to be released, or is the truss rod going to snap? So let's have a go, see how we get on. I can feel it's biting on the nut. Ooh, something is shifting. Now, is the extractor slipping, or is the nut turning? Well, I think I'm winning. Well, I'm delighted to say this is working. I can just see the head of the nut just there, so I wonder if it might be easier now to go back in with the gripper rod now this is actually shifting. And here it comes. Yeah, so it's now just spinning freely. There's no thread to back it out now, so just got to try and use the gripper rod to pull it out. I don't think I'd ever been so delighted to see the guitar truss rod nut. There we go. It's out. Well, I must admit, at one point I was doubtful as to whether I would actually be able to get this out, but there we are. Taken a lot longer, and I've had to really think about how I do this, but it's out. This is a Fender bullet style truss rod nut, and it's very slightly narrower across its width than the one I've taken out. And I'm just wondering if I was to put back in that type again, whether at some point in the future exactly the same problem of it getting stuck in the slot will happen again. So I'm just going to try. Yeah, so the thread's the same. Yeah, so I might just have a discussion with the owner of this guitar and have a discussion as to whether we put back in the bullet style. The only difference it's going to make, I think, is that the type I've taken out is what's called a Fender Biflex, so it allows you to move the neck in sort of two ways to give more or less neck relief. This style is primarily for one-way adjustment. However, considering where this guitar has come from, even just fitting one of these nuts will be a massive improvement. So apart from putting some strings on and doing a setup, this job is now complete. As you can see, the new plug is shaped and in place, and where part of the fingerboard are broken off, a new piece of rosewood has been spliced in place. And importantly, the new truss rod nut is in as well. So overall, despite some difficulties along the way, I'm very pleased with how this job has gone. And importantly, this guitar can now be properly set up as this truss rod can be adjusted. Part way through this work, I thought I was going to be making a video about my inability to remove this truss rod nut, but fortunately this story had a happy ending. So what have I learnt along the way? Well, I've certainly become really acquainted with this type of Fender Biflex truss rod system, but it's also reminded me that I still have much to learn. And over the years, I've been extremely grateful for all those in the guitar community who have generously shared information about guitar building, servicing and repairs. And the very fact that I've encountered this problem means that out there will be someone who has exactly the same problem. And if that's you, and you've been searching information about how you deal with this, hopefully you found this video informative and useful for you. But if you've just been watching because you enjoy watching these videos, then thanks for watching, and there's more videos to come from Flame Guitars.